Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestdummies.com, and today's video is a little crafty field trip overview of my trip to Melbourne, Australia. So I'm going to take you through some of the stores I went to, things I bought, and at the end, I'm going to go over some of those purchases with you so you can see my craft haul. Let's take a look. So I stayed north of the Yarra for part of my time and south of the Yarra for the rest. And really, it's just a beautiful city. It's filled with all these little laneways and alleyways that are filled with handmade shops, hobby shops, and yeah, even craft stores. So I did stop into the senior art supply store, didn't take any inside pics, but I did spend more time at Clegg's, and they have sewing, yarn, and haberdashery. Don't you love haberdashery? Beautiful prints. These are kind of indigenous ones, some more modern prints. I really wanted to take everything home, but the prices were high. See that can of paint for $17.95? Yeah, expensive. So mostly looking there. I also went to the Queen Victoria Wednesday market, and that's the evening market where they have a lot of handmade things, and I brought one of those beautiful cutting boards home with me. Riot Art and Craft is kind of like their local Packetans. I saw a lot of common products that I see here in the States, including this double sticky tape, this Recollections glitter that you usually see at Michael's, and whoa, all of the good Faber-Castell goodies. Yay! I also bought one of these Riot bags, which is like crafting stuff for kids. And look, even Doris is there, and they're from Strongsville, Ohio, in my backyard. And I couldn't not give a shout out to the friends that I love to create for their tie-dye. Now I also went to Eckersley's. This is over by the university, and I saw art and craft supplies, including more Faber-Castell and the gelatos, some beautiful inks and dyes, and kind of the new craze is now adult coloring books, and I did buy one of these to try out. This company, Graphics, is also located in Cleveland, Ohio, and yet there they are. This is what I made with my supplies one night. I'm into hamsters. Now, I was really excited to go to Kaisercraft. That's an Australian company, and they had a number of outlets around the city. I found some Sizzix Supplies, lots and lots of Tim Holtz stuff was there. That was exciting to see, but they're really known for these cardboard kind of punch out, put it together yourself, alterable pieces. I didn't bring any home because they're heavy and I couldn't really get it into my suitcase. The same goes for these beautiful, rich, luscious colors. Love those, but I couldn't bring them home. For me, no trip to a city is complete without a trip to the museum, where I'm always inspired by art and architecture. I even went into the gift shop and I saw some really interesting mesh jewelry that kind of made me think some thoughts. And this is all glass pebbles, and it just really caught the light, and I think I'm going to make some art based on that. So right around the corner is Graffiti Alley, but I have a whole nother video, so check that out to see all the graffiti. Now, I noticed that there are a lot of paper stores and stationery supply stores, and I ran across some fun window displays that really didn't mean anything else. But I had to take a trip to St. Kilda's. It's down by the sea, and I just want you to see this beautiful ocean. It was absolutely gorgeous in the bay, and of course I did some beach combing, so I'll make something with all that beach glass later. I love magazines, and so I spent some time at Mag Nation, and yes, I picked these up, and you'll see those at the end. I am so lucky that I have a friend in Australia. Her name is Michelle Brown, and she owns mixedmediaart.com. She took me around for a whole day, and we explored some different scrapbooking stores and had lunch. Sadly, I didn't get a whole lot of pictures, but thank you, Michelle. I've been hearing a lot about planners, especially Kiki K, and they had a store. So I wandered in and I soaked up all the beautiful papers, and yes, I even bought one, but I have another video on that too, so I won't bother you with that here. Now lastly, let's look at the hotel art. There's a lot of Aboriginal art and influenced art just in the hotel that was just beautiful, but this one, not sure about this one. To me, it looks like dish scrubbies, and actually they were steel dish scrubbers just stuck to the wall in this texture, and it kind of disturbed me, and I don't know why. But anyways, some people love it, some people hate it. I don't like it. So now let's take a look at my craft haul. All right, it's craft haul time. So first I'll show you what I got from Clegg's. So I got this color run remover because I make that mistake a couple of times, so I thought I'd try it out and take a look at this beautiful fabric. Now, this is called Bindoon, and it's made by Nutex, nutex.co.nz, New Zealand, NZ, and I think it's like manufactured in India, but the pattern itself was designed in Australia, and I wish I could just wear this from top to bottom because I just absolutely love it. I'd love to make it a skirt. Isn't it gorgeous? Just beautiful, beautiful, happy colors. I bought 2 meters of this just so I'd have some extra to play with. Now I know I mentioned this coloring book, so I want to show you what it is. You can see here that there are just like little gray lines, and that enables you then to color in using whatever media you like to use. I'm actually going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so now I think you can see the patterns maybe a little bit better, but they're just gorgeous. I tried to use some watercolor here. These are my Peerless watercolors, and I just wasn't happy with it because it's hard to be super precise. I think it'd be pretty when it's done, but it's just not the look I was going for. But ideal for colored pencils or markers, you know, any kind of drier media. So I'll be having fun with that. And this is Arabian Patterns, and the company is Pepin, or Pepin, P-E-P-I-N. Next, let's look at magazines. You know I love me some magazines. I gotta zoom out. There you go. Love the magazines. So I got Australian Papercraft Essentials, and it actually came with a free stamp and some papers. And what I love about them is that they're just almost like a class in a magazine. They give you papers to play with. They show you how to use the freebies that you got. And I don't remember how much this one was. Oh, this is Australian $12.95. So with the exchange rate, that's about $9 US. Then I got Patchwork Quilting Down Under Quilts. And they gave you a fat quarter. I haven't fully cracked it open yet. And then Australian Simply Cards, you get a pair of cutting and embossing dies. These nesting dies, again, right in the package. Now this says it's worth $15. I paid $12.95 Australian, so again, under $10 US. Over at Riot Craft, I bought that kids pack of crafting supplies, which will be a separate video, but I also got this great Urban Artist stencil, and I don't know who makes it. Who makes it? I'm looking around. It says it's made in China, but Urban Artist is the company. And what I liked about it is that it had things like adventure, bon voyage, journey, travel. It has New York, Paris, but it also has Melbourne. Yay! So I thought that'd be fun to use in my journal. The last bit I want to share is this draw and wash paper that I bought from Eckersley's. And this is made in Australia. It's Art Spectrum paper, and it's fine tooth for dry media, but sized for wet media. So it's hard to explain what this paper is like. It's like a very stiff cardstock, or like a Bristol card, but it's supposed to be well for wet media. And this is the hamster that I did on top, or is it a guinea pig? I don't know. It's a creature. But just to compare, I took my Moleskine Journal, and here's one that I did in the journal. Now, of course, this is like a manila page, but you can see that the water media, this is watercolor, Peerless, and it doesn't soak in nice. So even though everybody seems to love the Moleskine Journals, I just hate it because it doesn't take wet media very nicely, and look how beautiful that is, and the color is kind of smudged around. So also in my journal, I was playing with some Resist. So I bought some Resist ink, what is it? Masking fluid is what it is. It's masking fluid. At one of my first stops at Seniors, and I wasn't particularly happy with that either. It didn't resist very well, and I'm wondering if it's damaged. So I'll do a full review on that later, but that was just a little kind of looky-loo at some of the things I was playing with. See, I was doing a little bit of Zentangling on my journey, but I love going to different places and buying fun stuff. So there you go. That was just a little snapshot of what I did on my crafty field trip part of the Melbourne journey. And I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you'll never get a chance to go there, or perhaps you've been there and now you can look at it through fresh eyes. But I want to just say how much I really enjoyed the city and all of its crafty offerings. So thank you so much for watching. I hope if you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little long, you will like it and subscribe. Just click this little link over here and you can have videos fresh off the presses. Thanks so much for watching, and have a crafty day.